welcome back to Shelly's Homemade. And today, guys, we're going to be making some stuffed, seafood stuffed flounder. So for your seafood stuffed flounder, and I'm going to be stuffing some chicken too, because my son and daughter does not eat fish. So, I have some boysenn, garlic fine herb cheese. We have some crab meat here, a small onion, a bell pepper, some shrimp, a cup of breadcrumbs, half a cup of mayo, some mascarpone cheese, some Worcestershire sauce, some Old Bay seasoning, Shelly's house seasoning. Now, you know we can't do anything without some Shelly's house seasoning. Now, if you don't have Shelly's house seasoning, you know, and you haven't been watching my videos and you don't know what Shelly's house seasoning is, you can just use your favorite all-purpose seasoning. That would be great. I have my chicken breast here. Okay. So what we're gonna do? Oh, and I have some spinach too as well. And we're gonna deep fry this. So we're gonna use a cup of flour, and we're gonna use 2 cups of flour, half a cup of cornstarch, and we're gonna throw some seasoning in there. We're gonna do a batter with 2 eggs and a half a cup of milk, and we're gonna season it up. Oh, and with some hot sauce. Okay, so let's just get the chopping out of the way first, and then we'll just saute up everything. While that's sauteing up, you know what we're gonna do next is after we saute everything, we're gonna put all that stuff to the side so it can cool down, so that we can mix it with our cheeses and everything. Oh, and we're gonna add some Monterey Jack as well. So I have a lot going on today. Normally it's simple ingredients, but it's so much stuff that goes into this stuffing to make it so tasty. Alright guys, so I'm not going to overtalk this. I'm not going to keep talking. What we're going to do is just going to get started on chopping up everything we need to chop up. Alright, so we're going to chop our onion up first. Just get that out of the way. I hope everyone out here is having a wonderful day today, that y'all are enjoying this beautiful fall weather that we're having. Alright. I have a half a cup of shrimp, and we're just going to chop that up as well. I don't know if I told you that we have flounder. That's the name of the fish. And the fish that we're using, we're going to saute up some spinach. We're going to saute the spinach first, guys. Now, the reason that I'm doing everything separately is because my husband does not like spinach. So I'm going to have to leave some of the spinach out. Make commendations. You can stuff this without the spinach, but I want the spinach. I eat spinach, my kids eat spinach, and he just doesn't eat spinach. There's nothing wrong, you know, with not eating certain things. And I make commendations all the time. You know, there's some stuff I don't eat, and I like to leave out of a recipe. But I do eat most vegetables. I eat all vegetables. I can't think of one that I don't eat. Alright, so that's a nice diced. Woo, these onions done got me, y'all. These onions just got me. That's nice diced on these onions. Woo, I'll be right back. Hold on. Alright, so my onions is diced here. I had to get away from that and just do a little something. Onions tore me up. So that's about as much bell pepper as I'm going to need. Now, you can leave these out if you think it's too much going in to this recipe and you don't think that the bell peppers is too much. The bell peppers and the onions is too much. You can leave them out. That's fine by me. You can make this recipe your own if you don't want to add the boysenn cheese and the Monterey Jack or the Monterey Jack, whichever one it was. Anyway, if you don't want to use those, that's fine. Leave them out. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Phone was ringing. Alright, so we just chopped down our bell peppers. That's like so. And then just like this. There. Bell peppers, onions are chopped. I'm gonna, and because my boy kept sliding around, I added paper towel underneath there. I'm gonna add these to my onions. Alright, so now let's go ahead and have fun and chop up my shrimp. Just so, I guess, not just to make it more, but just so that it'll be all through the stuffing. And you'll get it in every bite. Because the flounder isn't that big. So, and this is going to make a good amount of stuffing. You know, by the time we add all the cheeses, the spinach, but the spinach is going to wilt it down to nothing. So what I want to do is really like all of this stuff. Right. Right. There we go. So our shrimp is ready. Put it right back into my bowl. Nice, and it won't take long at all for them to cook up as well. So that's not going to be a problem. Alright. So, guys, let's move over to the stove and get this thing going. Alright. So let's get the spinach in here. And the spinach is going to be the first thing that we do. This is going to wither down to nothing. Don't worry about it. It looks like a lot. It's really not, right? That is enough. I'm going to fill my pan. Alright. Now, I'm going to sprinkle some Shelly's house seasoning right on it. Alright, we're gonna let this wither down. When we come back, I'm gonna show you guys what to do next. Alright guys, see how it has withered down to nothing? That's what we're looking for. Absolutely nothing. Alright? Okay. So now, we're going to saute up our shrimp and our bell peppers and onions, and we're just going to do it with one. We're going to do all of that in the same pot. Alright. Get rid of the spinach. We're going to let that cool. Nobody told you how easy this is. Alright. Bell peppers, onions. We just want to get this to translucent, nice and soft, still have a good texture to it. We're going to throw in some Shelly's house seasoning, turn our flame down just a little bit. Dash Old Bay. Boom. You just want to give it some flavor. You don't want bland food, you want flavorful food. Alright. So as soon as the onions come translucent and our shrimp get that opaque color, and we'll be ready to go. Alright guys, so this is what we're looking for. Look at that, that is so pretty. Alright, so we're going to get this into our bowl. Our onions are nice and translucent. Our bell peppers are starting to soften. This is what we're looking for. Alright, so we're going to get this into a bowl to cool down. Then we're going to move over to the counter and do everything else. Alright guys, so let's get the mixing up. So we're going to put the mascarpone cheese in there first. You can use cream cheese instead of mascarpone. I'm using mascarpone because my son does not eat cream cheese. This is the Boysen garlic and herb cheese. That was the Monterey Jack cheese. Let's just mix this cheeses in first, so it'll be too hard to mix when I come through. I'm gonna mix all of this together. Yeah, just like that. I'm gonna add our mayonnaise. And we're gonna add the spinach last because I'm gonna pull out some of this filling for my husband. Alright, so this is looking how it's supposed to look. Alright, and I'm going to add some Shelly's house seasoning. I'm going to season up this batter. we're gonna add now I'm gonna add some Worcestershire. I just added some Old Bay. And we're gonna add we're gonna add about a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And all that's gonna do is just help loosen it and give it that umami flavor in the back that you get when you're getting crab cake. Alright, see how I softened it and softened it, and it's maneuvering around beautifully. All those cheeses, everything in here. So wonderful. Little lemon juice. Gotta wake it up. I'm gonna wake it right up. Now let's add our breadcrumbs. That was a cup breadcrumbs, and that was the Italian style seasoned breadcrumbs. We're gonna add our shrimp mixture. Shrimp, bell peppers, onion. And once it's in here, and if it's not thick enough for you, you can always add some more breadcrumbs. Alright, now it's time to add that crab meat. Now I would be adding this after the spinach. But again, since he doesn't eat spinach, now we're just going to fold it right in there. Just like this. And I told you it makes a lot of mixture. And I really like the fact that you don't have to add an egg to this, because you can taste it. The flavor. Let's go in and see. Oh yeah, that's seasoned. That is really seasoned. That is good. And that is really seasoned. I'm going to have this much out. And we're adding our spinach. Boom, our mix is done. So let's move on to our batter for the fish. Matter of fact, first thing, let's stuff the fish, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Just move this out of the way. Grab my toothpicks, and then that way I'll show you how I like to do this. Right in there. Spinach. Okay. Alright. Lay this down like this. Make sure it's nice and secure. And take so it's like a stitching type thing. You just take it and stitch it in just like that. And you're going to use a good amount of toothpicks because you want to keep it in. Just like that. Now we're going to come to this side. I want it to lay down. That's what we're doing. You don't want it to get out. Now, if you don't want to fry this, you can always bake it. This requires quite a lot of toothpicks. And there you have it. And there. Just like that. All stuffed in there. Or you could take one like this. And options and put it around like this, and then take the toothpick. Wait a minute. My fish is super wet for some reason. Hold on. Get my filling back in. Alright. This fish, go back in, the filling. This one doesn't require a lot of filling. And take your toothpick, like that, and then close that other end up with another toothpick. Alright guys, I'm going to keep doing these. And I'm going to come back, I'm going to show you what I did. Alright, so this is how it looks once, you know, it's all put together. So now, let's go fry it. So let's move over to the stove. Okay, so all nice and floured. Right inside. Hopefully the stuffing will stay in. I'm hoping that I secured it enough. Alright, so when it's ready, I'll be back and show you the final results. Okay, so this is the conclusion of our seafood fried flounder fish. Alright, I'm going in, and see, I'm getting the shrimp, crab meat, and the spinach. So all in all, it turned out pretty well. Give it a taste, see what we doing here. Oh yeah, that is so good. Alright guys, like, share, and subscribe, and as always, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.